about that. Hello there, everyone. It's been nearly 2 months now, but I'm finally back with another live reaction stream. This time for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Wawa 250 at Daytona. Figured it was only fair that I would do this one since I did it last year. And I think it's certainly good that this year's race is looking to start on time, unlike last year. Hopefully that means it's less chaotic as a result. Let me see who's in here already. Oh, we already got 6 people in here already. Even worse if it's like last year's Fall Xfinity Talladega race. Well, beg to differ, but yeah. Hello there, RS Conover, Steelers, NASCAR Nation Fan 50. Hello there. Oh, sorry, got the pre-race ceremonies coming up here now. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's go back and check at the chat here. Let's see what's going on here. Well, we got quite a few messages here. But yeah, less NASCAR fan. Again, yes, it has finally happened. After more than 2 years of work, I finally reached 10,000 subs. This is a pretty big deal when I'd say that, again, now I feel like I should disclose this right now. The video that I have planned to celebrate this achievement, I was said that it was going to be out tomorrow, but now it looks like that's going to have to be pushed back. So my goal now is to have that video out by next Friday afternoon. At least at best. I feel like that would be a decent time to upload it. So yeah, and I've started working on it, but I feel like that's it. I just started it. I haven't worked that much deeper on it, and this has been It's been several months since I went to my first race at Gateway. And again, I know that it might seem like it's irrelevant to put it out now, but again, I wanted to take my time and wait for this opportunity to be able to put it together. It's kind of strange how all these things came together in this period of time, but I'd still say it's relatively fitting that it did. Mr. Turbo Lover, hello there. Toad Scott, Buzz TKO, Andrea Riggs, J. Luke Hypernova, RS Conover, Ultimate G Money, hello there. For Luke's Fun Adventure, Kettle Run Rail Fan, hello there. Yes, thank you again, Mr. Turbo Lover. Thank you for that. CMR21, hello there as well. For any of you who haven't done it yet, make sure to leave a like on the stream. I thought I saw maybe Dave the Race Fan had commented on here. Oh, yeah, Dave the Race Fan, he did comment. Time for the last Xfinity Super Speedway race of the season. Yeah. The Xfinity Series decided to downsize back to one Talladega race. And you know what? After this year's race at Talladega, I'm going to be honest, I'd say that's a good thing. But yeah, again, my picks. The cars that are representing my two picks are represented there. Primary pick being Anthony Alfredo, and the alternate being not Parker Retzlaff, but his team owner, Jordan Anderson. I find it kind of strange that Jordan Anderson was decided to drive the 27 car, but at the same time, I'd argue the decision they made to put Jeb Burton in the number 22 with that Ward Burton throwback is honestly not a bad idea. I actually kind of like the way that scheme looks. And honestly, I feel like if Team Penske doesn't decide to bring back their Xfinity team next year, then Jordan Anderson should make that car a full-time car for Jeb Burton next year. I genuinely believe that. And again, thank you again, Dave, on me reaching 10K subs. Thank you for that. There's four cars. Yeah, four cars in this race that have Wawa paint schemes, but only one of them is with a driver that I actually care about, and that being Brett Moffitt. Natalie Decker, Joe Graff Jr., and yes, even J.J. Yaley. I don't care about either of those guys, either of those drivers, just think in general, but they also have Wawa paint schemes. And yeah, even Ryan Sieg managed to get Apps, CJ McLaughlin's sponsor, to show up and be on his car for the rest of the year, because there's apparently a lot of fallout with CMR Roofing, like internally or like on some kind of legal level. I don't really understand the full basis of it, but it's very unfortunate that that's what's happened to his pretty dedicated sponsor. They shut down their Xfinity program because of sponsorship, and they don't have any development drivers. Honestly, I think Harrison Burton should move back down to the Xfinity Series, and in that case, that would give Penske an incentive to reopen their Xfinity team, because Burton would bring a sponsor with Dex Imaging. Because honestly, I think it would be in Burton's best interest to step back like Cole Custer did. Okay, here we go. We're going to get the command start engines. I actually know the person who designed the Wawa cars. Marcos Lewis, hello there. here for some action-packed super speedway racing, and before I go see the Gran Turismo movie, yeah, the Gran Turismo movie is finally out in theaters now, and I know that one of the people I know, Gray Speed Productions, recently saw that movie in theaters. I mean, as for me, I don't really have any plans to see it myself. I mean, again, I haven't been to a movie theater in, well, close to a decade. And honestly, I don't really have any plans to go there anytime soon. I'm just being honest. By the way, that's right, Larry McReynolds is crew chiefing again for the first time since last year at Talladega when he did it for Jeffrey Earnhardt, and he's doing the crew chief for his son-in-law, Jordan Anderson. Because in case you don't remember, Jordan Anderson is now married to Larry Mack's daughter. Pretty much Jason White, former truck driver, who's the owner. So it's is it the Canadian Jason White or the one, I think it's the American one. Former truck driver who's the owner of CMR Roofing, never paid investors nor projects since 2023 in March. Then he got arrested for DWI. The preview screening for Gran Turismo. No, yes, it is the American Jason White. That's the same thing that's strange, that there's two Jason Whites, one from the U.S. and one from Canada. At this point, I think the Canadian Jason White might not be a better driver, but overall, I think would be a better person. Also, on an unrelated note, I finally tried this Celsius drink for the first time. I got a can of watermelon-flavored Celsius. The sponsor that's basically now trying to take on the role that Camping World did in 2021, where they're basically sponsoring anyone and everyone. Yeah, I have to admit, for what it's worth, Celsius kind of tastes like a bit of a carbonated version of Capri Sun. I think I've seen that comparison made once before, and I think it's pretty valid. Just imagine the driver in Gran Turismo drove Project 91. Okay, so looks like we're about to get ready to go green. Still find it so strange that now John Hunter Nemechek not only now has had his first multi-win season in Xfinity, but he's now leading with the most wins at 5. His most recent win coming at Michigan a few weeks ago. And now Sam Mayer finally got not only his first win, but now has 2 wins. You have to remember, he flipped in this race back in February. So let's see if he can do a little bit better than that tonight. And I still find it a bit unsettling that the Xfinity race at Talladega earlier this year was the first time since the year 2000 that 2 cars went on their roof in the same race. The 2000 Napa Auto Parts 300 at Daytona. And that was Jeff Green and Michael Waltrip. Michael Waltrip had the more aggressive wreck of the 2, which in that case is related to Blaine Perkins. Wait, what's this? And boy, that second win worth the chaos? Yeah, but then again, at Watkins Glen, I legitimately thought Sheldon Creed had a chance to win when he took the lead on that last lap, but then I realized they were coming to the white flag lap instead of the checkered, and Sam Mayer still got around him, and he ended up winning the race anyways. But if anything, that still proves that Creed is not entirely out of the equation. And who knows, maybe, if anything, maybe he'll end up winning tonight because he's starting second. Justin Allgaier having to go to the rear. But yeah, now I realize, none of the JRM cars started in the top 10. Allgaier technically was the highest of the ones, but now he's starting in the back. Parker Retzlaff also to the rear. Connor Mosek to the rear. Oh, boy. Cesar Baccarella in the 44. I would be interested if somebody like Ryan Ellis did something interesting, like if he could pull off like a top 10 here tonight or something like that. Brad Perez has a new diecast pre-order. Oh, yeah. Brad Perez's car for Emmerling Gase, the Bone Steel Aerospace car. Yeah, I noticed that. I actually kind of want that one to get made. Look, if you're ahead with the broadcast, be careful with saying anything because, again, have to avoid spoilers here. Got to be careful about that. Your thoughts on NASCAR going to Canada? Honestly, I'd say I'm all for it if they can manage to get a race in Canada, and I'd say that if they do, the most likely candidate for that race is Montreal. And I definitely think that both Cup and Xfinity will be going there, and if they're going there, bring the trucks back to Canadian Tire. Regardless of where it is on the schedule, it would be good to see Canadian Tire back in the truck schedule again. And if I'm being honest, when it comes to the decision of what race we'd see a driver like Alex Tagliani or Robert Downey Jr. look alike, yeah, I'm serious. Alex Tagliani looks very similar, almost like a duplicate of Robert Downey Jr. I've pointed that out once before. But if Alex Tagliani were to be in one of the two races, I'm thinking it would probably be in one of the Montreal races. But yeah, I definitely would be all for NASCAR going to Canada next year. But again, the schedule for next year has not been announced yet, but we'll find out in time if that international expansion date is going to be official. And I certainly would want it to be. I think it was also speculated that if the international date does happen, it could serve as the temporary replacement for Auto Club Speedway, which I think would be much better than making the LA Coliseum a points race. Cup should go to Montreal and Canadian Tire. Well, honestly, I'm saying it's got to be one or the other. So, honestly, I'd say I'd rather prefer them going to Montreal first. So far, lights are still on the pace cars. So stage 1, 30 laps. Stage 2, 30 laps. Final stage, 40 laps. So it's a 100-lap affair. Fuel window between 48 to 50 laps. So they could probably go until near to the end of stage 2 on their fuel run. But at the same time, I still think it's likely that they're still going to pit after the end of the first stage. Or likely before it. Just imagine NASCAR going in a race around the world. Honestly, as far as international date ideas go, I'd still like to see them go back to Japan, most likely being at the Suzuka City Road Course in Suzuka, Japan. Okay, cars are coming down pit road. Check their pit road speed, and I imagine after this is when they're about to go green. So, yeah. I love being in a league server full of a bunch of Hemrick detractors. Oh, God. Daniel Hemrick still hasn't had it easy, but I think there is a sign that he is starting to turn the corner because Hemrick, I feel like it's mostly just because Kaulig Racing just hasn't figured things out with Hemrick. But I think just now, does it really feel like they're starting to get things together with him? Because by the sound of it, Kaulig certainly wants to keep a hold of Hemrick for next year, which I think is a good thing. Because by the looks of it now, Austin Hill is confirmed to be back in Xfinity for next year. And for Junior Motorsports, that 8 car has so many offerings and so many openings. There's no telling who could get it, but if there is a driver who I want to see in the 8, it has to be Jeffrey Earnhardt. And I am serious about that. Hong Kong has a street court. Why not have the international date be rotated? I mean, that certainly is a possibility, too. Never get tired of the Florida sunset. Want to see the Cup Series at Silverstone? Oh, that's an interesting concept. I think the Euro Series has raced in Silverstone before. At least I think they have. Somebody will have to kind of give me some correction on that, but I think that the Euro Series has raced at Silverstone. Can we appreciate Jordan Anderson qualifying for the race? Appreciate Jordan Anderson, but don't care for Natalie Decker because, let's be honest, she's basically a rolling caution clock at this point. That's what Decker is. I mean, let's be honest. Emmerling Gase Motorsports, what are you doing by having her in that car? Like, seriously, what business does she have? Okay, but anyways, lights are off in the pace car. It's going to be pulling off right about... Okay, here we go. Pace car is pulling off now. All right, here we go. We are green for the Wawa 250 at Daytona. Austin Hill so far has the early lead, gets a little bit out ahead of Sheldon Creed. Chandler Smith trying to move up to second. Sammy Smith moves up to the high side. All right, going through turns 1 and 2, nice and cleanly. Up, Sammy Smith now moves down in front of Creed. Now I just got the notification from NASCAR saying that the race has started. Gosh. Drop the ball, NASCAR app. But yeah, and Austin Hill will lead lap 1. Daniel Hemrick is now filed in behind Chandler Smith as Chandler Smith is looking to go up to second with Hemrick now in third. And oh, yeah, we already got a bunch of cars doing a pass-through. Jeb Burton, Allgaier, Ryan Sieg, Retzlaff, and I believe that's Connor Mosack. No, it's also Jordan Anderson. Oh, boy. If Jordan Anderson wants to have a chance to win this race, he's really going to have to be reliant on a miracle now if he wants to get up there and win this. Okay, so looks like Sammy Smith is still right there in fourth. Trevor Bayne is starting to work his way up a little bit more. But yeah, Austin Hill and Chandler Smith and Daniel Hemrick still running 1, 2, 3. Kligerman up to 8th. Still keep an eye on Trevor Bayne. See what could happen with him in this race. No, I mean, yeah, they went through the pits, but they were doing a pass-through penalty. They're not, like, out of the race. But, yeah, of course. Scheduled Natalie Decker moment. It's only a matter of time before she ends up crashing herself out. We're just kind of waiting it out, waiting to see when that will happen. Turn that light on. Sammy Smith is starting to gain up on Austin Hill a little bit now, but he's pretty much all on his own. Sheldon Creed hasn't lined up with him. Daniel Hemrick in fourth. Kligerman up to seventh. Kaz Gralla now in 10th. Already almost about to complete lap 5. Justin Haley apparently just almost got himself to 10th. Anthony Alfredo starting to work his way up a little bit more. My primary pick in that very fascinating looking white number 78, where it basically takes like the primary scheme but inverts the black and white on the car. The airborne number 3, hello there. Natalie Decker needs to go to the I don't know if I want to pronounce that. But yeah, again, this is the same Natalie Decker who did that stupid thing at Bristol in the Truck Series in 2019. I don't think I need to explain anything more than that. Sheldon Creed still in 6th. So far, over now 6 laps into the race, and so far it's still going swimmingly for now. Another topic of discussion, Riley Herbst should definitely be on the verge of being replaced. If he doesn't make the playoffs this year, I feel like that should be the signal to SHR that they need to cut their losses with this guy and find someone else. If I want to nominate a top candidate, I would definitely now have to say Zane Smith. Zane Smith should be in consideration for the 98 car next year. Someone is going to wreck and flip. I mean, let's not say that. Come on, let's be honest right now. Sherry Dunbar. No, I'm doing fine right now. Ty Majeski to the 98. I mean, that's not a bad option either, but if we're thinking about it logically, Zane Smith might be a more higher priority if SHR would consider finding a different driver for the 98, because again, that's the same car that won 9 races in 2020 with Chase Briscoe, and then Herbst comes in, and the car basically is actively going in reverse. It hasn't done really anything. Whoa, bit of debris on the track with this large bit of plastic. Gets swept out of the way and gets up in front of Kaz Gralla's car. Kind of starts to fall apart after he drives right through it. Yeah, I know. Herbst is starting in the top 10. But again, qualifying is one thing. The actual race is another. Kligerman has officially pushed Herbst out of the playoffs. As of right now, Kligerman is now 12th in the point standings, 18 points above Herbst, who's now 13th in points. Hemrick has now switched up to 10th, is now 49 points above the cut line. But yeah, I figured that if Kligerman has a good enough day today, then he certainly could. Then he could push Herbst out of the playoffs, and that's exactly what has happened right now. Probably could be looking to stay that way by the end of this. Creed has now jumped up to 3rd. Right behind his teammate, Austin Hill. Chandler Smith now looking to line up behind him. Sammy Smith can't get in line between those two. It would cause a wreck if he did. Sheldon Creed moves down a little bit. Very close. Whoa! Almost got into a bit of a situation between Bayne and Hamrick. Oh, I don't even want to imagine if there's a flip in this race. Like, again, that's not the kind of thing I want to imagine. Daytona. Yeah, the Daytona USA reference. Okay, so we're back and we're still green and we're almost halfway through stage one. Oh, Astro Sniper, hello there. Can't wait. Oh, so you're going to Kansas for the playoff race there? It's where the Trevor has his Interstate Batteries fire suit in the picture, despite the sponsor in his car being, well, that. And they've now started to file out single file. But hey, Brett Moffitt is now 7th. And last year's winner, Jeremy Clements, is now 8th. Anthony Alfredo now up to 5th. Hemrick 4th. Chandler, Sheldon Creed 2nd. Oh boy. Riley Herbst looking to have some steering issues, but looks of it. we see Trevor running a different sponsor for the other two races. I also hope this leads to something that he's been owed for way too long, and that it's a full-time Xfinity ride. But yeah, Riley Herbst is already looking to have some technical problems already, and he's already in 31st. This is certainly going to hamper his race tonight. Not like I'm expected to care or anything. What is the company name he gets us? What he gets us is related to a religious organization, or at least that's what they claim they are. But they're not exactly one that you would consider trustworthy when you actually do a little digging, that they've been up to some unscrupulous activities. Let's just leave it at that. Big one in stage 3. Come on, don't say that. Let's not think like that. Oh, Trevor Bayne tried to make a pass on Alfredo, but Alfredo managed to hold him up. Again, almost spun him. Way too close for comfort there. Now Bayne is back in 12th, and oh boy, J.J. Yaley in 13th. Oh boy. So yeah, the highest running Wawa car is now Moffat in 7th. Okay, so now 12 to go in stage 1. Ugh. 12 top 10s and 5 straight top 10s for Kligerman. It's also good that he's going to be returning to the big machine car next year. It definitely shows that he has made a lot more strides with that team. $11 to go in stage 1. Next time by, it'll be 10 to go. Oh, Sam Mayer now goes down underneath Anthony Alfredo. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, boy, that was not exactly a very ideal move there, Sam. You got to be careful about that. Now he's going to get shuffled back in the running order because he's out of line. He thought he could try to do something, but he didn't have anyone with him to go down to the bottom. And now he's going to get shuffled back to around just outside the top 15. Move down and see if he can get in front of Josh Berry, and he does. Oh, Kligerman now moves down. But again, I don't think, again, he's all by himself down there. He can't seem to get anyone to go with him. And now looks like he's going to get shuffled back. So that means Brandon Jones now goes to the top 10. Yeah, now Kligerman is going to get shuffled back. 9 to go in stage 1. No, the Gen 4 was actually very capable on super speedways. Just the fact that the Xfinity cars for all the good things they can do on the speedways, the short tracks, and the road courses, I feel like the super speedways are one of their weak links when it comes to their racing product. And it's certainly showing, at least right now. But then again, there's kind of a reason why they're doing it. They don't want to go crazy. They don't want to go all nuts and run themselves off the track and completely die in the first stage. They don't want to do that. They want to save that for the end, because that's how it always goes. Ugh. Okay, under 10 to go. Next time by will be 7 to go. Once again, Sam Mayer trying to move down to the bottom, and Kligerman is on the bottom too. But again, they just can't get a line going. Well, then again, I don't think anybody is a fan for this. But then again, these things are going to happen because, again, they're kind of just conserving their race and biding their time until the end where everything goes to shit. That's just part of the course at this point. I know we got a slower car that's down on the track. I think, is that the 53? Yeah, I think that is definitely the 53 of Decker. It's about to go one lap down before the first stage is over. There she goes. Sheldon Creed second, Chandler Smith third, Hemrick fourth. Alfredo still in fifth, Moffitt, Clements, Custer, Brandon Jones, and Trevor Bayne. J.J. Yaley now up to 11th. Seriously, that Progressive commercial, that one in particular, is becoming so damn annoying. And again, it's for a movie that I pretty much had no interest in seeing for the beginning. Yeah, Decker's already a lap down. Yeah, I already get that. Harris, Jeb Burton, 33rd. Ryan Sieg, 35th. Allgaier, 34th. Jordan Anderson, 37th. Weatherman is 14th. Oh. Okay, so 5 to go in stage 1. Oh, Sammy Smith now ducks out of line with Sam Mayer. Nemechek moving down. Kligerman moving down. He's starting to form another line on the bottom. Doesn't look like they can get enough momentum going. So, yeah, next time by, 4 to go in stage 1. Creed is still on. Creed is in second. NBC, you're kind of having a mistake with the ticker. Put Austin Hill back in first. What are you doing? Yeah, okay, now he's back to first. I'll still give Anthony Alfredo credit for holding on to fifth for as long as he had. Again, if he can be there towards the end, maybe he could have a shot to win this. Imagine Progressive doing an Oppenheimer commercial. Okay, honestly, maybe that would be a little better, but again, I don't see them doing that. They don't seem to have the edginess necessary to do that. Okay, 3 to go, stage 1. Still going relatively cleanly. And when was the last time Austin Hill won a stage? Yeah, so again, if Austin Hill wins this would be his first stage win since Vegas back in March. That's how long it's been since Austin Hill's last stage win. Okay, 2 to go, stage 1. Austin Hill, Creed, Chandler Smith, Hemrick, and Alfredo. Still the top 5. Moffitt in 6th. Clements, Custer, Jones, and Sammy Smith are the top 10. Kligerman 12th. Trevor Bayne 11th. Okay, next, this time by, it's going to be the last lap of stage 1. All right, here we go. All right, last lap of stage 1. So the second lane is starting to form here. Brett Moffitt moves down in front of Brandon Jones. But again, it doesn't look like they can get enough momentum. But will Sheldon Creed try to duck out of line to steal the stage win? He might try it. Oh, Chandler Smith now moves down. Hemrick behind him. Anthony Alfredo is now pushing his way up to 3rd. Oh, little bit of a bobble by Sheldon Creed, but he's still going straight. Sheldon Creed starting to make a run here, but yeah, there we go. Austin Hill wins stage 1. Oh! Cautions up. Riley Herbst blew the left front tire. Riley Herbst with a blown tire. Oh my God! Now this is really concerning now. So actually, let me take a look at this. How did that happen? Something must have went wrong, but I think we should. Oh, yeah, that definitely looks to be terminal. Yep, Darlington and Kansas are left for Xfinity after this. Honestly, yeah, if Riley Herbst doesn't make the playoffs, SHR should finally make the decision to boot Herbst from the 98. And again, whatever your opinions are on who you'd like to see, I think that the most likely scenario is Zane Smith to the 98. Hashtag Zane Smith to the 98. Can we start getting that going in the chat? Come on, try it. Yeah, something had to give for the 98, and it did. I'll give Coke Zero Sugar this. They finally came up with a commercial that isn't absolutely ear-bleedingly insufferable now, but still not good. If anything, it's just forgettable now. There we go. Austin Hill has won stage 1. First stage win since back in March at Vegas. Okay, so it's already getting close to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Stage 1 is now concluded with relatively minimal chaos. If Thor Sport sticks with Ford next year, then Majeski and Herbst could, ironically enough, swap in their 98 rides. Riley needs to actually spend some time running full time in trucks to fully develop. That would be an interesting approach. And yeah, Riley Herbst is on pit road right now. They're trying to do repairs to his car to see if he can get back on track. But the likelihood's not looking too great right now. I mean, the left front fender is just completely torn apart. Trying to see if they can bond this thing together as best as they can to keep that car together for the rest of the race. At this point, that car could end up looking like Eric Jones's car in the 2020 Clash. I'm serious about that. But yeah, he's back on track now. Pit road should be opening right about now. And yep, they're now on pit road. Anyone who hasn't done it yet, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Austin Hill is already out first on pit road. Nemechek second, gained 12 spots. Creed third, Sammy Smith, Kligerman, Chandler Smith, Hemrick, Jones, Bayne, and Clements. So yeah, Hill and Nemechek both went with 2 tires, and Nemechek gained the most by gaining 12 spots. So yeah, stage 2 will be starting here shortly. You know what? Somebody said it. Screw that Golden Corral commercial. It is now officially on my new shit list of most insufferable commercials. I'm pretty sure it's on most of yours as well. It's like, yeah, right, Grandpa, you're from Miami. Shut the hell up. Oh, this Jet Lawrence guy in pro motocross. Who does he think he is? Max Verstappen? What the fuck? Now hit 10 likes on the stream. First time in a while that's happened. Yeah, but then again, there's going to be more things that will happen that is out of his control. If it happens again at Darlington and then at Kansas, then that really is going to take Herbst out of the equation. And if that's the case, then SHR should really consider cutting their losses and find someone to replace Riley Herbst. Again, whether it being Zane Smith or Ty Majeski remains to be seen, and that's if that actually happens. Okay, so lights are off on the pace car. It's going to be pulling off now. We're about to go back to green for stage 2. Hill, Creed, Nemechek, and Kligerman in the first 2 rows, and we're green again. Hemrick back to 7th, Alfredo back to 10th, Jordan Anderson already up to 21st. Blaine Perkins, 29th. Creed pretty much way out front, but here comes Kligerman trying to close him back in again. Oh, Sam Mayer taking it 3 wide with Josh Berry, and who else is that behind him? I can't make it out. So they're already going 3 wide. What the hell? It's a little bit early for that now, isn't it? Oh, so that's Jed Burton. Oh, so he's right behind J.J. Yaley. Oh. Sheldon Creed still trying to stay tight with the top cars. Still can't seem to hold on. Sam Mayer now moves down behind Kligerman with Barry behind him. Austin Hill and Nemechek move down in front of Creed, but they move back up again. Honestly, I wish they could make a diecast of Nemechek's Yahoo car, considering they made one of Christopher Bell's Yahoo car from last year. Yeah, but God. There's still a bit of a 3 wide going on a little bit further back. Don't understand why they haven't yet. I don't get it either. But then again, this is Lionel Racing we're talking about, so again, this isn't shocking. Josh Berry, Josh Williams up to 12th, Mosack 13th. But yeah, Jeremy Clements up there in 10th, Trevor Bayne up to Well, actually now in 9th. Austin Hill still out front. Nemechek second. It just feels like the top lane just gets better overall speed and the bottom lane just can't seem to hold tight. But no, Sheldon Creed's starting to get a bit of run. Sheldon Creed's looking to take the lead coming out of turn 4. Here he goes, Sheldon Creed to the front. He's trying to block both lanes, but he can only run with one. And there we go, Sheldon Creed leads this lap. Moves up in front of Austin Hill. I still remember that Sheldon Creed made his Xfinity Series debut in this race back in 2019, driving for Junior Motorsports in the number 8 car. But if I remember correctly, he was crashed out in that race, and the affair did not go so well for him. Not a huge Jeb Burton fan, but I do like it that he's throwing back to his dad's car from Bill Davis Racing. Yeah, I like that too. 3 wide again, coming to the front stretch. Creed still out front. Whoa! Moffitt, Jones get to the wall. Ryan Sieg spinning. Joe Graf Jr. spinning. Oh, and Jones gets into Graf again. Oh, no. And Mosak with damage. Oh, no. God, Brandon Jones, man, what the heck? But what happened to Connor? How did Connor Mosak get that damage? Like, look at that. So Moffitt and Graf. Oh, and Alex Gwinnett in the 91 also involved. Brandon Jones now come to a stop out of turn 2. Even Natalie Decker was in that. Scheduled Natalie Decker crash. Let's just say it. Say it with me, folks. Scheduled Natalie Decker moment. Yep, there it is. Officially crashed out. Yep. So make that 3 of the Wawa cars. My God. Okay, wait, look, here's the replay. So, what happened here? Looks like Brandon Jones, I don't think he necessarily got bumped off from somebody else, but Anthony Alfredo kind of got into him. I don't think it was intentional, but yeah, these circumstances are not exactly ones that I would consider ideal with it. Bam! Joe Graf Jr. gets absolutely T-boned by Brandon Jones. Like, oh, God. Driving into the wall by Moffitt and then T-boning the 38. Like, oh, jeez, that has to hurt. Okay, so looking around here. Oh, there you go. There's the first impact. And bam, second impact. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think we need to show any more than that, but and bam. And Kyle Weatherman also spun around too. So yeah, 3. So that now means that 3 of the 4 Wawa cars have now been crashed out. Oh, jeez. As if you expected anything less. Jordan Anderson apparently also spun. Well, yeah, but by the looks of it, he doesn't look to have any damage. At least not that I could tell. But yeah, Brandon Jones moves down a little bit too much in the tri-oval. And again, Anthony Alfredo caught him in a bad spot. And then Moffitt gets turned around, and then But man, that impact between Jones and Graff, that one looked pretty bad. Oh, so yeah, Mosak got the damage because he was right behind Moffitt and Jones when they collided into the wall in the tri-oval. So that explains why Mosak was damaged. Oh, and I see that Blaine Perkins has auto parking on his car. Ugh. Oh my God, that still looks like a really bad impact between Jones and Graff. Like that one's kind of starting to make me quease a little bit looking at it. Sounds like Decker just completely mowed over Weatherman. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Mosak, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars involved in that wreck. Yeah, Jones is now on the record. Looks like he's out. Graff apparently made it to pit road. They're trying to see if they can get things fixed for him. Weatherman is on pit road too. Moffitt just leaving his pit stall with, again, the right front fender tore off. Oh, boy. But, man, already first major wreck of the night. Probably just hoping this isn't hoping this is the last. But you never know. This is the first, so that means it's probably not going to be the last. But God damn. Damn! They charge you a lot. We charge you a little. They put their names on our meals. We put ours on my lower back. So naturally, when they announced that you're raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices to denominate. Because for one of their ads, they had a hero with a happy customer. So we'll announce with an angry. Unlimited $15 a month with Mint. Yeah. Yeah, Justin Haley is in this race. I'm kind of counting on him to work with Hemrick this time, unlike what happened at Atlanta. Yeah. Also, I think maybe I might want to say this now, but depending on whenever I do my next live reaction stream, I don't really have much set in terms of what race I would do a reaction stream for next. But one of them that I think I will have planned is the Truck Series race at Talladega. That could be one of them that I do, but if anything, if there's one that I want to do beforehand, I might consider doing a live reaction stream for a Cup race. If I'm thinking about it, I might consider doing my next live reaction stream could be for the Bristol night race in the Cup Series. At least, again, that's what it could be. I have not made up my mind on that just yet, but that could be my next live reaction stream. Jeb Burton doesn't need to get put of the car and fix the fender to get out of the car. Oh yeah, Jeb Burton trying to pull a Sterling Marlin. Again, in the words of Benny Parsons, we can't do that. You can't get out of your car to do anything during the red flag. That's a NASCAR rule. How does the race shake up now? Well, again, Austin Hill still out front. Sheldon Creed still up there. Again, one of those two guys could certainly be one of the factors here tonight. So, again, you have to consider that the RCR guys are going to be top priority unless one or two or both of them get crashed out. So, again, the RCR guys are going to be the top priority. Okay, so we're over halfway through stage 2. Now at lap 17 of 30 in stage 2. Riley Herbst might have lucked out on this, but again, not going to say for certain yet. Well, yeah, I mean, the fender is now missing on Moffat's car, and yet he's still trying to keep it going too. So, yeah, I feel like this might be a bit of a thing with a lot of other cars too. I feel like that bit with Jones and Graf getting T-boned by Jones, that might be on par with Ryan Newman's crash in the 2020 Daytona 500, and that it gets more uncomfortable the more times it's replayed, the more unnervingly uncomfortable it's going to get. Jeb just wish he did something he could have shot. He actually had something could have shot through the window. I just had some that could shot through the window. Yeah, that infamous Ward Burton quote from Bristol in 2002. Yeah, that moment where it was the first time that anyone tried to get pissed off with Dale Jr. Ward Burton just obviously didn't give much of a crap about that at the time. Might consider having some different die-casts set up at the front of the screen for the next live reaction stream. I think that might be a thing that I might establish going forward as well. Oh, great. There's that Golden Corral ad again. Can we do an active count of the number of times that stupid commercial plays during a race so we can get an idea of how many times it plays ad nauseum during the commercial breaks? Get off my screen, BK Crispy Royal Wraps. Okay, so lap 18 of 30, still under caution. They're almost to the halfway point of the race now, just about just about 2 laps away now from halfway. But it doesn't look like there's any chance for rain, so it looks like they could still make it to the end. So for the first time since 2020, this race could start on time and finish on the same night. Hard to believe it's been that long. I mean, yeah, last year it still started on the same night, but ended into the start of the next day. That was just so annoying. Like, I still went through with the stream. I wasn't very didn't really take much pleasure in the fact that it went past midnight. Dale Jr. and Ward Burton had a pretty good laugh about the Bristol 02 incident on the Dale Jr. download. You didn't get the Golden Corral ad on your TV? Well, it's going to show up eventually. Trust me, it's going to show up eventually. Trust me. Well, again, I'll figure about doing the charging for my phone after the end of stage 2. Running the race through the NBC site. Oh, like on the NBC Sports app. I don't think it's the NBC Sports app, but I guess like NBCSports.com. So apparently they're going to go back to green with only 9 to go in stage 1. Oh, boy. Connor Mosack now out. Probably get the BK ads more often on YouTube than you do during the racing broadcasts. Again, for me, what seems to be the most persistent now is that stupid Golden Corral ad. I feel like one commercial that's repetitive that I don't necessarily hate is the McDonald's as featured in commercial, simply because it has the gall to include an anime clip, which I'll give them credit. That's a very impressive thing that they decided to do that, so I'm going to at least give McDonald's some credit for that kind of decision. So, yeah, they're now lining back up. Sheldon Creed and Parker Kligerman are now on the front row. Austin Hill and Nemechek in row 2. Mayer and Bayne in row 3. Sammy Smith and Chandler Smith, row 4. Hemrick and Alfredo in row 5 to round out the top 10. Okay, so yeah, lights are now off on the pace car. Okay, so when they take the green, that's when they reach halfway. Creed and Kligerman on the front row. Who will win the first stage? If Kligerman wins the stage, that would be his his second career stage win, and the first one since Atlanta in March when he won stage 2. And for Creed, if he wins the stage, that would be his first stage win since, I believe, Atlanta in July. Yeah, Atlanta in July. So, yeah, one or the other. Let's see who gets it. All right, pace car is going to pull off this time by, and they're going to be back to green with 9 to go in stage 2. Kyle Weatherman's a little bit up there towards the front now with Blaine Perkins just outside the top 10 with Clemens. Okay, now they're back to green. Kligerman, Creed gets a big push by Hill to get out front. Kligerman started to fall back a little bit, but Nemechek's lining up behind him. Oh, so now it is officially 10 to go in stage 2, and now they've officially made it to halfway, and Kligerman is now getting a run to the lead. Creed now moves back to the lead. Mayer's now behind Hill, giving them a bigger push. Now Hill goes to second. Jeb Burton is now behind Hemrick. So yeah, Sam Mayer is now the only JRM car in the top 10. Where's Allgaier? Allgaier's a little bit further up. Riley Herbst 3 laps down now, and Weatherman is apparently now out. Allgaier now up to 13th, Josh Williams 14th. Kligerman still trying to get a run to get to the lead. Creed now falling back. Kligerman gets up to first. Nemechek to second. Here comes Trevor Bayne. Nemechek goes up to the top. Now Bayne is the first car on the bottom. Kligerman now moves to the bottom. Next time by, 8 to go in stage 2. Trevor Bayne now trying to make a move to the lead. Chandler Smith now up to third. Bayne now moves up. Chandler Smith now moving up to trying to go to second. Kligerman now back up to second. Nemechek now getting a better run up as he goes to third. Hemrick now lining up behind Chandler Smith. Creed moving down. Still can't quite form can't form a third lane yet. Chandler Smith starting to get a run back to the front again. Bayne now moves down in front of him. 7 to go in stage 2. A little bit of a gap between the rest of the pack, between Bayne and the rest of the pack. Moves down below to block Chandler Smith. Kligerman starting to get another run going up top. Brandon Jones is now out. Hemrick starting to move up. Now Justin Allgaier is in the top 10. So yeah, now Allgaier is the only JRM car in the top 10. So yeah, Allgaier, after having to serve that pass-through penalty at the start, is now up to fourth. Hemrick in third. 6 to go in stage 2. I thought that said 5 to go. No, it's 6 to go. Next time by will be 5 to go. It's getting dicey now. Hope it's not too much or else they'll wreck. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Brandon Jones, Darlington, and Kansas have done well for Jones in the past, but whether he wins there remains to be seen. I guess we'll just kind of wait to see if he does win. Okay, so now coming up. Now this time by it'll be 5 to go in stage 2. Bayne, Chandler Smith, Hemrick, Kligerman, and Creed are the top 5. Now the top 5 have separated themselves on the top lane. Allgaier is the first car on the bottom lane. One, two, Okay, 4 to go, stage 2. Now the top 10 cars have now formed single file. Allgaier is the first car, the only car on the bottom, but he's probably going to get shuffled back now. I honestly do want to see if Trevor Bayne can get a full-time opportunity. Possibly in the number 20 car, since John Hunter Nemechek is going back up to Cup next year. And remember, Nemechek's not going to be a rookie next year when he goes up to Cup because his rookie season in Cup was 2020. Oh, big run by Sheldon Creed to try and take the lead. Austin Hill now trying to move up to second behind him. What a run for the RCR guys to get up to the lead again. Kligerman now trying to go for third. Sam Mayer behind him. Oh, Creed trying to move up to block Austin Hill. Kligerman moves down in front of Sammy Smith. Now Austin Hill trying to take back the lead. Oh boy, next on by it's going to be 2 to go in stage 2. Kligerman now trying to go for second. Chandler Smith getting split back through the middle. Starting to fall back. 2 to go. Austin Hill moves up in front of Bayne. Bayne trying to move down underneath him, and Trevor Bayne takes back the lead. Oh, but he's going to split through the middle between him and Kligerman. Oh, boy. Kligerman's falling back. He's falling back. Hemrick now back up to third. All right, next time by, it's going to be the last lap of stage 2. What's going to happen? Whoa, Kligerman. Whoa, no, Hemrick with a little bit of a bobble. Here comes Sheldon Creed moving down again. Creed leads that time by. Last lap of stage 2. But Creed is not clear. Hill is going to go back to the front. He almost looked like he had him cleared. Creed almost had him cleared there on the bottom. Yeah, boy, here we go. Whoa, Custer moves out, trying to see if he can make a move. Now moves up in front of Hemrick. Creed moves down. Hill moves down. Is Hill going to move up? Yeah, Hill moves up to try and block Custer. Here comes Creed on the bottom again with Sammy Smith behind him. Coming to the line. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And it looks like Sheldon Creed gets it. Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed wins stage 2. Impressive run by Creed to get down there, make that move, get up in front of Hill, take the lead. Really impressive run by Sheldon Creed there on that last lap coming out of turn 4. So yeah, RCR has now swept the 2 stages with their 2 drivers. Might as well jump. Oh, God, if there's a car that does get airborne and end up playing that song, if they're going to like a side-by-side break, they play that commercial, and then there's an exact moment where a car gets airborne, kind of like Chase Briscoe did last year in the Cup race at Daytona. Oh, my God, that would be so ironically well-timed. I swear it would be. Yeah, that was a pretty impressive final lap to the second stage. If that's the way it plays out for the end of the race, then I'd say that would definitely be a very good ending there. Sheldon Creed is really overdue for his first win. Maybe he could get it tonight. He's certainly shown that he's capable of doing so. RCR's Xfinity team is the new DEI of super speedways. Well, I mean, for a while it was looking like that was Colleague Racing. Yeah, Colleague Ray for a while. Colleague Racing was looking to be the DEI of super speedways for the Xfinity series. Ugh. Sorry, just trying to get something adjusted with my camera. Justly. But yeah, for a while it was looking like Colleague Racing was the new DEI for super speedways, but I guess they've kind of fallen off after last year. Yeah, Darlington next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on USA. So yeah, Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill have scored 19 points tonight. Hemrick 11, Custer 10, Chandler Smith 9, Sammy Smith 7, and 7 for Moffitt. Alfredo 6, Bayne 5, Nemechek 5. Okay, making pit stops in preparation for the final stage. If things go to cord with no chaos in the final stage, there could still be the possibility that they may have to make a green flag stop before the end of the race. Oh, Menard Bros Videos, you finally showed up here. NASCAR app says Creed beat Creed to the line. Sounds like a battle for the ages. That just sounds more like a malfunction with the app itself. I mean, Creed can't beat himself in the same situation. It was his teammate. So, if anything, that was a mistake on the app's part. Sam Mayer slides out of his spot, but gets a little wonky. But he still gets out ahead of Sheldon Creed. So Sam Mayer should be looking to lead the race when they go back to green. 30. This in the whole feed is just a Creed. 1 Creed, 2 Creed, 3 and 4th. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go green for the final stage. Stage 3, yeah, there's no denying it's going to get hectic. Okay, Mayer and Creed, Allgaier, Hill, Smith, Sammy Smith, Custer, Barry, Kligerman, Nemechek, and Bayne are your top 10. Although now 35 to go, I imagine it looks like they could make it to the end on this run of their fuel. So I don't think they're going to have to. I don't think they'll have to make a green flag stop. So I'd say they're going to be all ready to go for the end of the race. Things are about to get really nervous. Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt. Oh, yeah, no doubt that things are going to get wild. So they're going to be going to green with 34 to go. Pace car pulls off. Creed and Mayer on the front row. Let's see who's going to win this thing tonight. So far, pretty even going into turn 1. Now Creed gets a good push from Austin Hill. Now Creed is out front. Custer is a little bit out there now. Kligerman behind Custer. They're already 3 wide now that they've already made it down the backstretch. They're already 3 wide. Kazgrala, a little bit shaky. Still has a little bit of that like plastic debris that's on the clip of his hood. Jeb Burton. Yeah, Jeb Burton in 413th. Still 3 wide, going through turns 1 and 2. At least some of the cars are, not all of them. Creed still out front. Hill second. Custer third. Sammy Smith now next to Custer. All right, Sammy Smith still right there. Trevor Bayne starting to line up behind Sammy Smith. Nemechek is also there. So, yeah, the 3 Gibbs cars have now sort of lined up with each other. Brett Moffitt is still in the race. Herbst 32nd. Hemrick back in 12th. .31 to go. Trevor Bayne and Sammy Smith still right there with each other. In fact, yeah, again, all 3 Gibbs cars, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom lane. Sammy Smith still side drafting, but nope, falling back. Creed and Hill now go back to 1, 2. All right, this time by, it's going to be 30 to go. Still, okay, so there's like over 45 minutes left for the broadcast time and 30 to go. Let's see if we can finish this before the time set to run out for this. Okay, Sammy Smith now out front. Still a little bit out of control there for some of the cars in the back. Sammy Smith now moves down to the bottom. Trevor Bayne right behind him with Nemechek. Smith moves back up in front of Creed. Moves down again. Okay, 29 to go. Mayer, Allgaier, and Berry in the top 10. Creed has now moved up in front of Sammy Smith and is now taking the lead. Now they've got the Gibbs cars separated between the RCR cars. Whoa! Whoa, boy. Very big bobble by Sammy Smith. Could have spun out. Could have caused a wreck. Still going straight. Very close call for Sammy Smith. But yeah, Austin Hill certainly looks like he's giving a pretty aggressive push there. But yeah, that was so close to him getting spun. So very, very dangerously close to getting spun. And now Sammy Smith probably got filed out of line. Austin Hill now moves up back behind Creed. Now Sammy Smith starting to fall back a little bit, but Bayne and Nemechek are now in front on the bottom lane. Creed and Bayne now first and second. Austin Hill still right there behind him. Okay, side by side. Creed and Bayne are still right there with each other. Honestly, I feel like I kind of want to see Trevor Bayne win this just because he would finally get his first win in the series in over 10 years. His last win was at Iowa in 2013 when he was driving for Roush. Boy, things have changed so much. Roush is no longer in the Xfinity series, although I would be open to seeing Brad Keselowski revive the RFK Xfinity program. Bring back the 60 car if you can, Brad. I'd like to see that happen. But if anything, with the way things are looking with Stewart-Haas Racing, I'm imagining there's a possibility that RFK could be a 3-car team next year, and Brad Keselowski could pick up Ryan Preece. And if that's the case, I would like to see him do that because, if anything, we at least know that Ryan Preece won't be left out in the dust if SHR downsizes, which is looking very likely. And if RFK does get a third number, I would like to see them use the number 60. But if my intuition tells me anything, Brad Keselowski might want to use the number 29 because that's kind of a personal number of his. Message retracted from RS Conover. I don't know what it was they said. The night race at Bristol. So yeah, I think I'm definitely assigning it. I'm definitely doing my next live reaction stream for the Cup race at Bristol coming up in a few weeks. And now what a run by Kligerman to move through the field and now up to second. Kligerman certainly is not pulling any punches. He is going for it. Yeah, there we go. What a run for Kligerman. Okay, under 25 to go. Now 24 to go. Justin Haley has now worked his way up to 9th. But yeah, what? So yeah, whoa. Yeah, very loose between Bayne with Nemechek, who was running right up behind him. So yeah. Oh, no, Austin Hill hasn't really fallen back. He's still behind Creed. Bayne moves down in front of Sammy Smith. So now all 3 JGR cars are now running 1, 2, 3 with Kligerman on the top. Oh, a third lane looks to be forming now. But no, I don't think it's really going to do much. They're still running pretty aggressively. I mean, they haven't strung anything out yet. So if anything, Sammy Smith, John Nemechek getting shuffled back. Mayer. And now Sammy Smith is going to get shuffled back. Kligerman now second behind Bayne. Creed in third. So yeah, there's 2 drivers up here looking for their first win, and the driver's leading is looking to get his first win in over a decade. Jeb Burton now up to 9th. Hemrick 10th. Hemrick seeing if he can pull off a miracle to get win number 2. Please, God. God willing. Anthony Alfredo is now up to, I think it's said to be 11th. Oh, wait, no. Hemrick's now up to 6th. Alfredo's 7th. So, yeah, the top 10 cars are now starting to get strung out in the single file line. Next time by, it's going to be 20 to go. So, yeah, Bayne, Kligerman, Creed, Hill, Chandler Smith, Hemrick, Alfredo, Custer, Sammy Smith, and Mayer. Your top 10. Kligerman is now 30 points above the cut line. He goes up to 2nd. If he takes the lead, he could jump like all the way up to like 8th. Okay, 20 to go at Daytona. Creed now moves down. Bayne now moves down. Bayne moves down to the bottom, moves back up to the top. Moves down to the bottom again. Okay, here we go. 19 to go, and the 19 is still out front. Is Ryan Truex going to be in the 19 next week? I kind of don't really know. We all know that for now, Mayat Snyder isn't slated to be in the 19 until October at the Roval. And then he's going to run a few more races and then close out the season in the last 2 races at Martinsville and Phoenix. Now, Sam Mayer is now looking to go for the lead, trying to see if he can get a back-to-back win and go for his 3rd win in that Tim McGraw concert car. I'll admit that paint scheme looks very vibrant, but I will admit the cross-promotion is a little bit of an oddity. Bayne still trying to fight to hold on to the lead. Mayer is still right there with him. All right, here we go. All right, Mayer now takes the lead. This time by, it is now 17 to go at Daytona. Allgaier now moves up to 2nd. Parker Retzlaff now in the top 10. Hemrick now in 11th. Sammy Smith 12th. Alfredo 13th. Yaley 14th. Golding 15th. Jeffrey Earnhardt 17th. Moffitt 20th. Ryan Sieg 28th. Jordan Anderson 30th. I know, well, it's kind of disappointing that he hasn't really been a factor in this race, but then again, that setback at the beginning of the race probably is what did him in. 16 to go now. All right. Jeb Burton starting to make some moves. Jeb Burton in the Ward Burton car, seeing if he can get Jordan Anderson his 2nd win of the year as an owner. Oh, but here comes Allgaier. moves out in front, and now Allgaier is looking to potentially take the lead. And hey, Parker Retzlaff is a little ways behind Jeb Burton. Retzlaff now looking to line up behind his teammate. Another 3 wide, and it looks like the Jordan Anderson cars may get shuffled back. Oh boy, Gray. What is that, Gray Goulding? Yeah, Gray Goulding is starting to work his way up a little bit more. Ooh, Mayer. I think he almost could have gotten clipped by Trevor Bayne there. That would have been a disaster. Allgaier still moving up. 15 to go. Next time by, it'll be 14 to go. I think they had to change a battery. Oh, yeah. All right, this time by, 14 to go. Almost to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Making pretty good time with their laps so far. Hemrick is now outside the top 10. Trevor Bayne up to second. Allgaier moves up. Sam Mayer now moving down. Jeb Burton trying to line up behind Mayer. Here comes Bayne trying to take the lead around Allgaier out of turn 4. He moves up very closely, but Bayne takes the lead back. Next time by, 13 to go. In turn 1, Mayer Bayne moves down. Allgaier kind of crossing around. Moving up to the top. Kligerman behind Creed. Oh, Austin Hill. Now Creed moves down in front of Hill. Chandler Smith getting a run. Creed is going to get a big shot, getting right with Hill right behind him, and Creed now goes to the lead. Here comes Bayne again. 12 to go. Oh boy, are they going to go to another side-by-side break? Oh, yep, they are. I'll give NBC this. Granted, this is not as egregious as Fox, but this is still somewhat annoying. Okay. Here we go. Creed and Bayne still running side by side. Still running very nicely. Hemrick now up to 7th. Okay, this time by 11 to go. Jeb Burton back to 10th. Goulding 16th. Yaley 13th. Retzlaff 14th. Jeffrey Earnhardt 15th. All right, here we go. Next time by is when we reach the crunch time phase. Let's keep this going nicely and cleanly, folks. Come on, guys, come on. I made that statement on the thumbnail for the stream, and so far it's still looking pretty clean. All right, this time by, we are now in the crunch time phase. 10 to go. Bayne managed to lead that time by. Trevor Bayne certainly is giving it his all. Could he actually win this? It's certainly not going to be an easy fight, though. Creed is definitely going to give it his all. Creed looking to kind of side draft a little bit off the 7 and the 48. Kind of getting a bit of a gap between him and Austin Hill. Bayne moves down. All right, here we go. Next time by, It will be 9 to go. All right, here we go. 9 to go at Daytona. Yep. Trevor Bayne still out front. Now moves down. Bayne was a little bit in the middle there, but still moves down. Moves back up. Spotters certainly are going to get it. Oh, Hill is now going to move up in front of Creed as Creed is now in the middle, and it looks like he's going to get shuffled back. Bayne now moves down in front of Hill. Chandler Smith is now going to move down. Oh, Jeff Burton sideways. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, slight contact with the wall. Whoa, another car spinning. Jeff Burton still kept it straight, but we got a car that's got its front end torn up on the grass. Oh, Ryan Ellis also torn. Oh, two of the Alpha Prime cars. Baccarella and Ryan Ellis both have torn up their front ends after going in the grass. And we got a caution with 8 to go. There's the necessary shakeup we were looking for. Haley might have a tire going down. Oh. Baccarella and Ellis, that is unfortunate. I thought Ellis could have pulled off something impressive, but nope. That's unfortunate. It is still good that Ellis is going to run for this team full-time next year. And, look at that massive trail of dirt where Baccarella must have went through. He really dragged out a lot of dirt, basically formed like a till, kind of like tilled the grass in the infield there. All right, let's see what happened. But yeah, it happened with Jeb Burton. Started getting loose out of turn 4. Slides it. Barely touches the wall. Come to the tri-oval. So what happened with the 2 Alpha Prime cars in the back? Whoa. Save it. Very close call. Keeping it from getting collected with other cars. Way too close of a call. Luckily, doesn't have much damage on the splitter by the looks of it. But whoa. But yeah, I really feel like that's just more of a matter that Burton got loose on his own accord. Going out of turn 4. Up, slightly touches the wall. Doesn't look to be anything too severe, so I think he should be fine. Oh, boy. Yeah, so this could definitely come down to a green-white checkered. Whoa. Hold on to it. Good touch. Oh, Justin Haley also got tagged, and boom! Just now see the impact that Ryan Ellis took going into the inside wall because Haley was the one who got into him. Whoa. Still a very close call for Jeb Burton there. Like, that could have been a disaster. Kaz Gralla going down through pit road, trying to avoid the other accident. But yeah, seeing that impact that Ryan Ellis took going into the inside wall for getting tagged with Haley like that looked like a hard hit. Yeah, there it is. I think if anything, it was trying to avoid Justin Haley. as it was getting spun. And then, bam, wait, here's a better angle. Oh, somebody got into Haley, and then boom, big hit for Ryan Ellis. Like that really had to hurt. Cesar Baccarella's car is also leaking fluid. So they're going to have to clean that up. And now it's 6 to go. Oh, they're doing a little bit of work cutting some of the sheet metal off the 22. So you're back. So you were editing a video? Oh. So yeah, this is definitely going to come down to a green-white checkered. Let's make sure that nothing else chaotic happens. Athletic Greens. Haven't really been sponsoring Hemrick as much this year compared to last year, but they did still appear on his car. Wonder when, if or when, they'll appear on his car again. Yeah, the Cup race is tomorrow night. I'm just going to say this right now, Bubba Wallace for the win. But if he doesn't win, like the scenario that I'd see, Bubba Wallace wins the first 2 stages, and if he doesn't win the race, then I'd like to still see him finish top 5. And if anything, I'd like the winner of the race to be a driver who's already walked in, a.k.a. Brad Keselowski. so he can get the 6 car, its first win since that race 12 years ago. Would be kind of fitting if Keselowski did end up winning that race tomorrow night to get the 6 car, its first win, and show that both RFK cars are definitely going to be coming on strong with a lot of momentum going into the playoffs. Well, this will be extremely crazy. Yeah, it certainly will be, because it's looking like they're going to go back to green with 3 to go. If anything, they might kind of push it into overtime. But again, that's if there's if there's another spin or a wreck, which there probably could be, but I don't want to bank on it. But yeah, Buescher, I still have to admit, Buescher really has made a massive impression. He has really started to take things off. I definitely have Buescher as my primary pick to win at Bristol. And if Bubba Wallace does make it into the playoffs, then I definitely have him as my primary pick to win at Kansas. And I think that for Buescher's sake, he could go pretty far. I don't think he's just going to be eliminated in the first round like he was back in 2016. I think he could go a little further than that. Like, the furthest I could see Buescher going is the round of 8. Championship 4 is still a little bit out of reach for him, but I'd say round of 8 is a very solid possibility for him. Hold on to your butts. Oh, yeah. Can we see a Netflix paint scheme for the NASCAR series? Yeah. NASCAR is finally going to have their own Drive to Survive style series on Netflix. Feel like they're a bit, again, this phrase has been used before, but it feels like they're a day late and $1 short with this idea to try and compete with F1. But at least they finally are starting to jump on this hype train a little bit, if you could say that. Okay, here we go. They're going to go back to green with 3-2 to go. So it's going to be a green-white checkered. Bayne and Allgaier are first and second. Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Kligerman, Mayer, Hemrick, Creed, Alfredo, and Nemechek are your top 10. Here we go. We are officially green. Get to the white flag at least. Whoa, no! Oh, they're already wrecking Bayne and Mayer, Hill, Chandler Smith. Oh, whoa. Big damage on the back of the 19 of Bayne. J.J. Yaley also looks to have spun. Chandler Smith with damage. Oh. Why didn't I see that? Why shouldn't I have seen this coming? Big damage on the back end of the 16 of Chandler Smith. Some damage to the right front corner of Sammy Smith. Looks like Hemrick got out unscathed. Oh, look at the damage on the pole winner. Oh, Austin Hill. Man, that looks like another more damage on the back of Nemechek's car. The 2 dominant drivers of the year both have damage on their cars. Like, oh, great. Looks like Hemrick did get out unscathed by the looks of it, but god damn. They were just getting way too aggressive with their pushes. Hill tried to move out of line. Bayne blocked him, and then everything spirals out of control from there. Oh, no, Hemrick did get into Mayer a little bit. So he got a little bit of damage, but it doesn't look to be too severe. So Trevor Bayne looks like he's not going to win tonight. Allgaier and Kligerman got out, and they were the first 2 cars at the lead at the time of the caution. So Kligerman has a chance where he could probably pull off an upset here. Yeah, look at the damage on the back of Nemechek Scarlet. Let's look at this again. And up. Yeah, Hill just kind of was too quick to get on a line, and Bayne was just kind of in a bad spot to block, and then everything spiraled out of control from there. Oh my god. I think is that Kaz Gralla? Yeah, I think it is Kaz Gralla. But yeah, Austin Hill. But yeah, a lot of drivers were just a little too desperate to move out of line to try and do something, and then blocking happens, and then bang, bang, boom, bang, boom. Everything just goes to shit. But yeah, Hemrick, again, he was just kind of pushing Chandler Smith a little too much and couldn't really loosen it, couldn't really hold off. And that's how he ended up turning Chandler Smith. So again, I don't think it was anything intentional on Hemrick's part. So again, don't go blaming Hemrick for what happened there. Because again, yeah, that was a teammate, but I can definitely say that was not something that was meant to happen. Oh, but Kaz Gralla apparently did get some damage off the 45 with Jeffrey Earnhardt. Well, there you go. All right, here we go. Overtime. But yeah, Allgaier and Kligerman are going to be out front for this restart. Oh, looks like the left front tire's gone down on Chandler Smith. It's starting to tear apart. It's shredding the left front fender on the 16. Yeah, now all four of the Wawa cars have been involved in an accident, and Mayer and the Tim McGraw car, he was also taken out. Trevor Bayne. Guess we'll just have to wait until Bristol to see if Bayne has a chance to try and get another win, because Bristol is another good track for Bayne. Shown a lot of good runs there in the past. So we'll see if he can do anything there. And also, Bristol is where Dale Jr. is going to make one of his 2 Xfinity starts. If he's not getting sniped by someone at the line, he's getting taken out in a wreck. I believe you're referring to Mayer. Okay, so yeah, Mayer, Bayne, and Nemechek are now going into the pits. Austin Hill still on pit road. Okay, so where's the top 10 look like now? Allgaier, Kligerman, Retzlaff, Hemrick, Creed, Alfredo, Golding, Gralla, Jeffrey Earnhardt, and Josh Williams, with Kyle Sieg in 11th. Jordan Anderson now up to 17th. Garrett Smithley in 20th. Ryan Sieg up to 19th. Kligerman certainly looks like he's going to go for the win unless Parker Retzlaff can get Jordan Anderson a second win. Just our luck at super speedways. Yeah, sounds about right. I don't want to turn on my AC unit. That thing is pretty loud. Can be pretty distracting because I kind of feel like the heat is building up. I've been under an extreme heat advisory in my area for the entirety of this week, and it's set to expire in just over an hour. And the temps may finally start to go down starting tomorrow by a little bit, and then it really starts to taper off on Sunday. It's off topic, I know, but things have been pretty hot around here. My thoughts on the winner's circle wave of Lionel Racing. It's an intriguing concept. It just sucks that it's a Target exclusive. I honestly want them to expand it to Walmart as well because I don't have a Target anywhere near where I live. The best I can do is Walmart, so I wish that they would take this theme and expand it to Walmart. Maybe they will if it sells well enough. Okay, overtime attempt number 1. Kligerman, Allgaier, Hemrick, Creed, Alfredo, Retzlaff, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Golding, Gralla, and Williams are now in the top 10. Allgaier has one win. 9 drivers in the top 10 have not won a race this year. And what is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are looking for their first win. Parker Retzlaff, remember that Parker Retzlaff finished in the top 5 in the Daytona race at the start of the year. Allgaier's running on the bottom of the track, trying to save fuel here. Play the giant mask DDD song once they go to green. Hopefully not wreck this one. Okay, lights are off in the pace car. Allgaier is running way down on the apron to try and save fuel. Let's see. Can Kligerman win this? Can Hemrick get win number 2? Can any of the drivers the rest in the top 10 get win number 1 in their careers? Let's see what happens. Can Allgaier finally conquer Daytona? Will Kligerman win? Will Hemrick win? What's going to happen? And we are now back to green. Allgaier gets a good push out front by Creed, but here comes Kligerman. Retzlaff didn't seem to get up there, but here comes Jeffrey Earnhardt behind Retzlaff. And now here comes Kligerman trying to get a run to the lead, but can't quite get enough momentum. Retzlaff now lining up behind Creed. Oh, Custer moving down, trying to split through the middle. Come on, get to the white flag, get to the white flag. Oh, Josh Williams, Nemechek. Big damage, more damage for Nemechek. Josh Berry involved. Who else is in there? There's an orange car. Wait, was that Jeb Burton? Oh, bit of a fire on the 20, and the 20 now comes to a stop. Oh, great. Oh, that's just great. Oh, that was a Ford that just drove by. Oh, last year's winner. Big damage to Clements. Nuts. Josh Williams. He's now come to a stop. His car pretty much burning up too. Blaine Perkins also was involved. Oh, Josh Berry also involved, but doesn't look like he was too badly damaged. Jeffrey Earnhardt was up to 7th, Golding 8th, Alfredo back to 10th, Hemrick 5th, Retzlaff 4th. So what the hell happened? All right, now let's see. All right, here we go. Everyone's jostling for position, going 3 wide. Whoa, so I think Perkins was the one who I think instigated that when he got a little bit loose going to turn 4. got a bit sideways. And so, yeah, Moffat's car's now gotten even more damage. But yeah, I think it was probably between both Perkins and Williams. And whoa, look at how much airtime Williams got up in the air. Got all four wheels off the ground. Whoa. Still some pretty significant airtime on Williams going up into the wall. Yeah, Jeb Burton apparently seemed to have a lot of awareness. Slowed it down just enough before getting collected. Okay, so we're going to have another attempt at overtime, and now we're about to reach the top of the hour. Oh, God. This is just great. What? Yeah, all four tires got up in the air for Williams when he got onto the wall in turn 4. But yeah, honestly, when Perkins got into Williams and then everything just completely went off the rails after that. And yeah, Nemechek with more damage, Moffitt with more damage, Clemens has now been damaged. Yeah, just look at that. Look at how it just bounces up in the air. All four tires off of the ground. All right, another commercial break. Yeah, we're almost at the top of the hour now, so let's please finish this. Oh my god, this is getting so annoying. This is really just starting to get annoying. I'm like, what the frick? Oh, flippity flip it, dabba-doo. Ugh. Here's a Golden Corral commercial again. Seriously, just stop. Just please, just stop. Yep. Oh. All right. Gonna go to overtime attempt number 2. Wow. At this point, I personally would want Kligerman to win this. I also kind of still want to see if Hemrick can pull off a miracle here, or if Creed can do something. Yeah, what the heck is happening? Good question, Buzz TKO. I wish I had the answer. I really wish I had the answer for you, but I don't. Yeah, let's see. Can they finish this in overtime number 2? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're going to do the choose again. Kligerman goes to the top. Hemrick now goes to the bottom behind Justin Allgaier. Custer and Retzlaff, row 3. Jeffrey Earnhardt, Golding, row 4. Haley and Gralla in row 5. So Justin Haley still back in the top 10, even though he was spun earlier in the race. Kligerman now 27 points above the cut line. Hemrick 61 points above. Would like to see if Hemrick can get win number 2. But again, he's got to get by Allgaier and Creed and Kligerman, and they're certainly going to put up a fight to get there. Jeffrey Earnhardt, see if he can get another top 10 for Alpha Prime Racing. Sage Karam got the team their best finish here last year with 5th. Jeff Stankiewicz, the crew chief for Sheldon Creed. Allgaier again running on the apron to try and save fuel. Even Gray Golding is running on the bottom as well. Gray Golding has managed to get a best career finish of 2nd twice. It's kind of interesting. His first 2nd place finish was driving the 08 car at Talladega in 2019. Now, Perkins is looking to go to pit road along with another driver. And here we go, overtime number 2. Come on, let's finish this. Kligerman starting to get a big push here. Jeffrey Earnhardt out of line on the outside. Starting to fall back a little bit. Jordan Anderson now at the 10th. Looked like a little bit of smoke coming out of Barry's car, probably a tire rub. Hemrick to 2nd now. Kligerman now behind Hemrick. Kligerman now going to the outside of Hemrick. Creed is seeing if he can get up behind him, behind Kligerman. Hemrick's now falling back. Custer now working his way up. Can Retzlaff line up with Hemrick? Come on. Whoa! Gralla spinning. Whoa. Hold on to it. Yes, white flag. Next flag ends the race. Okay, here we go. Here comes Sheldon Creed. Oh, sparks coming out of the 7. Doesn't look like it's anything that severe. Still some more smoke coming out of the 8 of Barry, but it looks like he's still going. Allgaier still out front. Creed. Hemrick starting to push Creed a little bit more. Can Creed get a run? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Sheldon Creed go to the run. Come on, Sheldon. Go. Come on, Sheldon. Go. Could this be it? Krieger, come on, Kligerman. Give him a little push. Come on. Come into the line. Who's it going to be? Oh, we got another car in the lead. Oh, and it's Allgaier. Oh, and Josh Berry goes down to the grass. Oh, no, Jordan Anderson crashes. Creed gets 2nd, Hemrick 3rd, Kligerman 4th. Oh, boy. I'll give Allgaier this. At least he finally got his first win at Daytona. So now Allgaier and Mayer are now tied with the 2 wins. So now JRM now has a total of 4 wins. But man, Creed was again just like at Watkins Glen. He was so close. He looked like an opportunity was there, but Allgaier just still got the better of him. So again, now Creed knows how Sam Mayer felt last year at Talladega when Allmendinger got him for the win. So yeah, Justin Allgaier, first win at Daytona for his career. He was close to winning it in February, but Austin Hill ended up getting that one. Yeah, Retzlaff 6th, Alfredo 8th, Jeffrey Earnhardt 11th, Jeb Burton 12th, Garrett Smithley 16th. If this ends up leading to the announcement that Allgaier could go to Kaulig Racing in the Cup Series next year, I'm being honest with you, I still don't know how to feel about that rumor. I think Allgaier is still pretty content as an Xfinity regular. Man, impressive burnout for the 7 car. And hey, crew members now laying the American flag across the front of the windshield, and Allgaier's now popping out of the roof hatch. Yeah. Trying to. You know what? I'll give Allgaier this. I'd say he really did put up a good run. Yeah, I mean, Hemrick finishing 3rd is not bad, but again, it's not the win, so that's the unfortunate part. Gray Gaulding with another top 10. Ryan Sieg getting 7th. Jordan Anderson 15th after getting crashed. So yeah, that was definitely an impressive finish, but again, so close for Creed, and honestly, next week at Darlington, that's another opportunity that Creed could have to win something. And again, that's another race where Creed was so close to winning. It came down to the last lap. And again, Larson certainly gave him a good run, but the win ended up going to a guy whose name I will not mention. I'm just sorry. I'm not saying his name. First win at Daytona in 26 starts. Led only 14 laps, but yeah, kind of going back to the finish here. Hemrick really gave Creed a big push coming down to turn 3. Creed gets a big run coming down to turns 3 and 4. It looked like Creed was finally going to get there. I feel like if Kligerman was a little bit closer and could give Creed a bigger push coming to the finish, then maybe Creed would have gotten him. Ryan Sieg moves down to make it 3 wide at the line. Oh, that close. That's how close it was at the line. Golly. But you know what? I guess on that note, maybe this would probably be a good time to end the stream. I'd say, again, still pretty chaotic, but I'd still say, as far as quality-wise, I'd still say this is better than last year's race. And you know what? I think I'm going to say this right. I guess my next reaction stream will be for the Cup Series race at Bristol in a few weeks. And then after that, something in between, but another one that I'll have planned is the Truck Series at Talladega. So, yeah, on that note, hope you all enjoyed this stream. And yeah, again, big props to me on reaching 10K subs. The video to celebrate that will be coming out later next week. But on this note, this is NF17 signing off. Wish you all good night. Let's hope the Cup race tomorrow night gives us something good. Bubba Wallace for the win.